What's going on, David? Just want to go live and talk some cards. Just a little bit of personal collection. Top tier sports cards had encouraged me last night, actually early this morning. Just talking about some of our favorite cards, and I wanted to kind of bring some of mine out and share with you guys, and we could talk a little bit about your favorite cards. Do you have any favorites yourself, David? It doesn't have to be like the most expensive thing, but just a favorite card in general. I see you, Horton. What's up, man? We're just talking some little PC kind of stuff. Not politically correct. I don't want to get into that. Talking personal collections. Something with a story behind it or something like that. Oh, right on. David, what did you do beforehand? Or like how long ago did you stop collecting, and what got you back into it, that kind of thing? I mean, I went like maybe 4 years probably when I first got married. When I stopped collecting, I mean, I still had my cards, I didn't sell anything, but I just didn't really add to it. Acuna got you back, huh? Yeah, that guy's gonna be special. I've got I think I still have some more PSA Acunas, but D-Book, what's up? That got me thinking about my Acunas. There it is. Got a few of those guys. Some PSA 10s. Gonna hang on to those. Stopped when you're 15. Started back at 26. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I think everybody goes through a little bit of a break, You got other things got to take care of, or whatever the case is. For me, it was getting married. Didn't really have the time. I was working like 3 or 4 jobs to prove to my father-in-law that I could take care of his daughter. So I didn't really have time to collect. Wow, dang, David. That's big time. Coming back with a bang, huh? Pack cards. I'm not opening baseball again. I'm actually going to be talking a little bit of football. Hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. I mean, if you want me to, I can open some baseball so you can see pack cards. I know how much you love opening. I mean, look. I've got all these Bowman packs I can open up for you if you want me to. Just let me know. I'd love to open one for you. I'd read all the stats on the back as well. Well, let me go and get into it. Last night I was up pretty late because of the break that we had, the 25 Bowman Mega Box break, and I was sorting everything, and was on Instagram and saw that Top Tier Sports Cards had gotten on live, and I think he's in Michigan, so it was like, 2, 3 o'clock his time, 1 o'clock my time, and, we were just talking PCs and having a good time talking about it, had a good conversation. It just made me think about it and just bringing some of my stuff out. And no more baseball. All right, sounds good. So one guy that I started collecting in 2010 was a guy by the name of Dominique Curry. Now, he didn't end up being anything huge in the NFL, and I didn't think he was going to. It was more of, I'm a Rams fan, and he was a special teams guy. Wide receiver by trade, but special teams guy, and I just loved seeing his hustle in preseason, and the guy was always getting after it. He was one of the guys that would get in to try to block punts, and from what I remember, he had 2 regular season block punts, I think, for the Rams, and had another 1 or 2 in the preseason. So I just really enjoyed watching him play. So I started collecting his stuff. And what's up? Thanks for joining, guys. So I started collecting his stuff, and fortunately for me, he didn't have very many things out there, so I didn't have to break the bank or anything like that. But anyhow, so this is just kind of the start of what I started. This is my certified. It's probably one of my first cards, number to 999. Excuse me. But then we get into the fun parts. So then I started. Of course, I had to get the auto, which was numbered out of 250. And got another 250. Oh. And another 250. And another 250. So if you were selling Dominique Curry at that time, I was probably buying them all. Oh, I didn't see that. Like, I've got 250 of 250. eBay 1 of 1. And then the blue auto, numbered to 50. And I got a couple of those guys. And then we get into the gold, numbered to 25. Got a couple of those guys. And I think I have 1 or 2 at COMC in my portal. And then we get the emerald, numbered to 5. Now this was fun because I've been able to find a majority of them. I've got 1, 2, 3 of them in hand. I've got 1 in my COMC portal. So I've got 4 of the 5 emerald autos to 5. So if you ever see the 5th one hanging around somewhere, let me know. I'm willing to pay an arm and a leg. Anyway, so that's that was that part of the collection. Then I started going into his gridiron gear stuff, and this is all numbered, and the gold, and some of them platinum, some with the O, some with the X, the hugs and kisses, if you will. And then the retail stuff was pretty tough. I think it was the O's. So I'm missing one of the O's. That's one of the cards that I'm missing from his complete set of just Dominique Curry cards. So, but I mean, what do you guys have? I mean, Chubb, is that what you said? Chubb and Jones? Yeah. I didn't watch much of Nick Chubb, at least not in the NFL. So I haven't seen like how he's progressed or anything like that. But Julio, man, that guy is something special. And then we have the plates and patches. That one's numbered to 100. And the gold, numbered to 50. And we have I think this was the platinum, numbered to 10. And another platinum, numbered to 10. Then we get into the autos, and that's numbered to 249, I think. Another numbered to 249. Silver, numbered to 50. We have the gold, numbered to 25. Another gold to 25. And of course, you can't have a collection without having those platinum 1 of 1s. So we got to make sure we grab those 1 of 1s when they pop up. Of course, EJ fans, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I watched him in college, Horton, and I knew he was a freaking beast, but I haven't been able to follow. I've been pretty busy with watching my own Rams actually play well, so that's good. It's good football for me to watch. But all right, so then I move on to some of the other fun things, and I've got 2 of the plate autos, 1 of 1s from Plates and Patches, and so I'll be looking for the other 2 of those. Eventually they'll pop up. We'll see. I've actually opened some of the 2010. Yeah, I know, me too. I hope he's okay. They seem to have a nice little back that they drafted this year, but I mean, you can't expect a ton out of a rookie. The kid's got to be super special in order for that to happen. But I mean, I guess if he's just change of pace or just to give Gurley some rest, then I'm sure he'll do just fine. But going back to plates and patches, I mean, I've opened a little bit of it in hopes of trying to find one of these to finish off that set. But, you know, it's not going to happen all that easily. Pretty sure. Then we move on to contenders. I think that's number to 99, just the base. And then we have an auto, which is actually, this was short printed. I think like to 190 copies or something like that. But got one of those, and then I got 2 of the one-of-ones. Again, looking for the other 2. That's the only thing I need out of that set. Oh, and the championship ticket, I guess. And then I have the NT stuff. This is numbered to 99. Another number to 99. Another number to 99. Just another number to 99. Yeah, whenever they pop up, I mean, if you have or know anybody with Dominique Curry stuff, and they pop up on auction or anything like that, I'm probably going to end up winning them. Then we have number to 25, I think. Got a few of those. And of course, again, you can't have that collection unless you have the one of one. I remember when this popped up on blowout forums, and I was willing to give the dude a freaking, I don't even know how much, but he's like, yeah, I'll give it to you for $20. So that was nice because, I mean, you know, player collector. I mean, I'm not going to do anything with these cards. I told him, actually, I've become kind of acquaintances with Dominique Curry. I've seen him in I've gone to a couple games, obviously, and seen him there, and I actually went to watch him in Arena League when he played in the Arena League, and we chat every now and again. But where was I going with this? Yeah, I do have a bunch of them, and honestly, I've got a whole mess more that are just duplicates. But these were out because I had kind of been taking some pictures. But anyway, I had told him I had shared the collection with him, a picture, an updated picture, and he reposted it on his Instagram, and you know, just kind of gave me a shout out kind of thing. And one of his buddies had said had contacted me asking me if he could buy the collection off of me, and I'm like, nah, man, you know, like he was willing to give me a good amount, but I told him, you know, it's just part of my collection, part of my collecting story, and I said that the only way that these leave my hands are to go to to Dominique's sons. He's got a couple sons, so I told him, you know, if it's ever going to exchange hands, it's going to go to them. So hopefully one day when I need to make some room, they're going to go back to him. But I want to go and save some of my favorites for the end, my 3 favorites. And these are in-person autos. This one is numbered out of 100. Got him to sign it at an Arena League game. We were supposed to meet up at a Rams game one time, but he ended up getting cut in training camp. But I ended up catching up with him at an Arena League game, not too far away from my house, about a 3-hour drive. But it was a good deal. But this is the granddaddy of them all, and it's not licensed, but it's special to me. So he doesn't have an RPA, but I contacted a guy who does customs, and that picture I took myself when I was at a game, and so he used that image, and then kind of used it in the design of National Treasures. And the cool thing about this shield right here is, after a game, Curry came over to me. I was sitting, first, I think it's first or second row behind the bench. He came over to me, gave me some gloves that he wore that game, and I used those gloves. So we cut it up. What's up? And we cut it up, and he put it into the card, and it's game worn. It's on the back. It says Dominique Curry NFL gear, St. Louis Rams, a dual, and I wrote this up, and he just went ahead and printed on, but it says a dual sport threat basketball. And so the basketball was the other one. Curry spent his college years at Cheney University and California University of Pennsylvania, where he amassed over 130 catches, 2,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 2 block kicks. In the NFL, he continued to marvel on special teams, where he blocked a Graham Gano punt in his rookie season. In 2011, he led the team in special teams tackles, 16, and even added a forced fumble. Currently, Curry is enjoying a very productive AFL career, where he is making plays on offense, defense, and special teams for the San Jose SaberCats. And then on the congratulations down there, it says, you have received a special card containing a piece of Dominique Curry's glove that he wore 12/4/2011 against the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, it's a one-of-one. But I just love that we were able to collaborate and get this thing done. And it says that it was won that specific game, which is always really cool. And I've got pictures from that game because I was there, obviously. And then I was able to get that auto when I went to the arena game and caught up with him, and he signed that for me and completed the card. So we've got that RPA. It's not licensed, but I mean, it's a beauty. Yeah, it's honestly it's a great. I mean, this is the kind of card that, like, I may give him his boys or whatever. I may give him all these things one day, but this one stays in the collection. This one is just an incredible card that I won't ever let go. Unless you had $1 million. I mean, we could say never, but we all know that money does talk. But that's that. I mean, what do you guys have? What are some of your favorite, I don't want to say no name, because obviously this is a person. He has a name, Dominique Curry. But, guys who don't get Hobby Love or anything like that, that you just have a bunch of cards that you just appreciate. And maybe it's not a specific person, but it's, a specific brand that you collect or whatever it is. And there's just something that brings you back to it. You just, you would never get rid of it, I've got a couple other guys that I collect. I mean, there's Curry, but, I've got Brandon Ingram of formerly of my Lakers, now of the New Orleans Pelicans, but I'll be watching him a lot. I got a nice collection of his. Mo Wagner, again, former Los Angeles Laker, now a Washington Wizard. And Svi Mikhailuk, a Kansas product, who used to be, as well, a Laker and is now a Piston via trade. But maybe I should just stop collecting Laker cards, unless I want them gone. So if you guys know anybody that you want gone off of your team, let me know, and I'll start collecting them, and they'll for sure get traded. I guess that's the beauty of having, like, vintage and stuff. But, I mean, some of these guys I like collecting because, they're currently my favorite players. Hey, good chat with you, Horton. Appreciate it. Anyway, but, if you guys have anything else that you guys collect, I'd love to, see pictures of your collection if they're not already on Instagram or, whatever the case is. Just shoot me a DM with some pics of your cards, that is. Of your cards. Pictures of your cards. Only your cards, nothing else. And I'd love to chat with you about that. You guys have a good one.